Hey folks, I'm back for more food tastings, and today this is a bag of organic elote corn chip dippers with a Mexican style street corn flavored seasoning that my wife bought in order to make Frito pie. And she gave me an ultimatum. She said, "You need to hurry up and review these or I'm going to open them." And that's because she bought these to make what's known in Texas Frito pie. Now, to do so, you would need Fritos. Here, let's take a look at Frito pie here. Uh, it's a southern snack, sometimes called late night food. You can even get it at ball games, which is basically Fritos, and then they pour in some chili, often some cheese, and then sour cream and peppers. Now, to make that, I have homemade chili, which we just made last night. I'll give a very brief description of that recipe, and sour cream. That's my favorite part of it. And then instead of jalapenos, I'm going to skip the peppers today. Uh, but here's one I'm going to try. I just picked these from our family garden about an hour ago. And I believe this is called a fire and ice pepper. But in order to review something that already has a long name, Trader Joe's organic elote corn chip dippers to make into Texas style Frito pie, the chili pepper name wouldn't fit in the 100 character description on YouTube. So I've got to keep it limited. Plus, I'm trying to make these shorter. All right, so let's check these things out. First of all, let's go to Trader Joe's website. Trader Joe's is a very popular California grocery chain. They have things that go viral regularly. And I'll get into the history of Trader Joe's at another date, or in another video, actually. Okay, organic elote corn chip dippers. Now, it has a really nice, cutesy, long story here, sort of like Frito-Lay puts a story on the back of their packages. This story here is actually a little bit more down to earth than the kind of goofy Frito-Lay descriptions. And you will see a serving suggestion there, which to me looks like it's showing chicken nuggets. And then what looks like spicy ranch, and of course some limes. Now, I don't know why for a promotional picture they would show chicken nuggets on their website, because these have nothing to do with chicken. And I bet they probably don't taste like chicken either, like the chicken ice cream I recently tried. Now, I have covered these Cheetos Mexican street corn in right here on this channel. Go up to the search box on this channel and just type in street corn, and you will see my review of Cheetos Mexican street corn, which remains to this day my probably my favorite flavor of Cheetos ever. After spending some time down in Texas, in that video, I did go into a little bit of a description of finding Mexican street corn on the street from vendors, and it's also easy to find in California. Now let's especially in Hispanic neighborhoods, you could almost find an Elote's Mexican street corn vendor cart in front of a Mexican grocery store. So we have organic yellow corn. Organic vegetable oil contains one or more of the following, probably whichever was cheaper at the time: organic sunflower, organic safflower, or organic canola oil, organic corn, maltodextrin, organic sugar, salt, organic chipotle pepper, organic non-fat dry milk, organic cultured low-fat buttermilk, and that gives the ingredients of that, and then citric acid, organic corn powder, organic habanero pepper. Really? Okay, hello. Habanero pepper, and natural smoke flavor, and organic turmeric extract, which is probably just for color. I'm betting that these might be a little bit spicy, having the habanero in there. And I'm hoping that chipotle isn't overpowering, because some of the time when you see that as an ingredient, to me, chipotle is the only thing I can taste primarily. Trader Joe's organic elote corn chip dippers have the delectable flavor of a... You know what? Forget that. Let's just taste them, because I'm going to make Frito pie here real quick. Let's get this thing open. Being an American package. I'm not even going to look for some way to easily open this. I'll just cut the top off with some scissors. I'm not getting anything that's coming primarily to the nose except for corn. And not a lot of it. It's not real powerful. Okay, so here's what's in the bag. I see a lot of dark flecks on these, which that's exactly what they look like on here. Okay, so let's check these out. Okay, here's what one looks like. And let's taste it. Oh, yeah. And the texture is wicked, perfect. That is really good. The texture of these, this is like your grandpa's Fritos on steroids. Beautiful. These are going to do the job. Okay, now with chili, this is a homemade chili. I'll go into making homemade chili in another video in the future. This was done easily in a pressure cooker. Ground beef, onions, garlic, salt and pepper, and you can add beans if you want. Texas red chili doesn't have beans. We put a can of black beans in it and a can of white beans because it was a large batch, and that's just the beans that we had that we needed to use. And then the 3 C's. Chili powder, which is the primary reason it tastes like chili, and you have the name. Chili powder, cumin, and don't forget the cocoa. Don't forget the cocoa powder. Yeah, really good chili. Always has a little bit of cocoa powder in it. So typically with the Frito pie, you'd pour the chili in a bag or in a bowl, and you would want to put the chips on the bottom. Since I already have this chili warmed up to do this, I'm just going to throw them on the top, and I'm going to just put a bunch of sour cream. Oh, that is probably way too much, but that's okay. And the fire and ice, I grew these from seed. Well, actually, a fellow gardener grew these from seed and gave me the plant, and I planted it. And I believe they're called Proven Winner Fire and Ice. These will, when left on the vine, they'll turn orange and then they'll turn red. And I picked them today because I was going to try them on this, but I may do several food tasting videos, and I don't really want to wipe out my palate with a whole bunch of heat right now. So we're going to skip the chilies. You can also put fresh cilantro on top of this. In fact, with your Frito pie, you can do any damn thing you want with it. You don't need somebody's permission. You don't need to Google a recipe. You just throw it together. So I'm going to mix all of this, and boom, Texas Frito pie with a California ingredient, presuming that Trader Joe's chips are made in California. I don't believe they say. We'll check. All right, let's try this. Okay, I give it a B. B for bitchin'. That is really good. Okay, so now my wife can eat these. Let me see if it says where they come from. Contains milk, distributed and sold exclusively by Trader Joe's, Monrovia, California, down by LA. So were they made in California? I mean, I've seen other food companies say that. I don't think Trader Joe's often, if ever, lists where their branded foods come from. But I don't believe that these were made by Frito-Lay because they're so much better than Fritos. It doesn't make sense as to why Fritos wouldn't be doing it themselves. I don't know. Okay, yeah. For Mexican street corn chips, out of the several I've tried over the years, and comparing these with Cheetos, I'm going to give these a 10-10. My wife's chili is a 10-10. And I'm glad I decided to skip the fire and ice peppers today, because I bet these are a 10-10 on the heat scale. So anyway, Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed doing food tastings, or watching food tasting videos, I'm going to be having a lot more of them here soon because I went a little overboard. I picked up a few too many snacks that need to be opened now. And if you enjoy watching these, consider making one yourself. It's really easy and it's fun. So for now, peace out from California. Bye.